20 games with release date confirmed coming out in 2025, so get ready cause there's a lot of excellent games here. Hope you enjoyed the video. Click in the like button and subscribe for more videos. Thank you and let's go.
A powerful being falls from the sky.
Lost Soul Aside is a new hack-and-slash game with a fast-paced gameplay inspired in Devil May Cry and Final Fantasy XV, and the game is being developed by the studio Ulti-Zero Games.
Is this really just a dream?
It's being developed in Unreal Engine, and in the gameplays and trailers it looks really interesting, with a fast and unique combat system, with good mechanics, great enemies and bosses. So if you like hack-and-slash games you should keep an eye out for it.
I see great power within you, a destiny.
The game is coming out in May 30th, 2025, and is coming out to PlayStation 5 and Microsoft Windows.
The blade in your hand. You never wanted to be a hero, but for humanity.
AI Limit is a sci-fi action RPG with a Souls-like approach. The game is set in a futuristic destroyed world with an interesting graphic style, nor realistic or cartoon, but a mix of both, what looks good.
Imagine that they once ruled.
They control the rules in Heaven's Wall.
The game is being developed by the studio Sense Games, and in the game we'll play as Arisa, a blader with immortality, and explore the city ruined to find the hope of a new life in the distant future when civilization is on the verge of extinction. I must say that this game got my attention now. I didn't know about it until some time ago, but so good that it's already about to be released. It's coming out to PlayStation 5 and Windows in March 27, 2025.
May the branch guide your path.
Doom: The Dark Ages is a brand new journey of Doom's Slayer after Doom Eternal. That was an amazing game. Again, the game is being developed by ID Software. Thankfully, that's an amazing studio. Doom is a fast-paced FPS game, with the focus in the gameplay, with very brutal gameplay and motions. In the game you control Doom's Slayer, the only defensor of Earth capable of fighting the demons. Now we're going to explore the medieval era, with new guns, features, enemies, and much more, and of course still with the classic stuff. But to see this new masterpiece we'll need to wait until May 15th, 2025, as the game is coming out for Xbox Series X and S, PS5 and PC. Forza Horizon 5 is a game that's already available on Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and PC, and is now coming out to PlayStation 5. This is probably one of the biggest and most beloved racing series of the last years, and it's always been an Xbox exclusive game, but now no more. The game is coming out to PlayStation 5 in April 29, 2025. The game was developed by Playground Games and released originally in 2021. So if you like the series but plays on PlayStation, now it'll be your chance to try it out.
What is that? Wait, is that a wingsuit?
Followed by water. Caution all cambered roads, jumps and bumps.
Urban right, then hard left.
I don't remember when it happened, but I remember remember how I felt.
Hell Is Us is a third-person action game with some RPG mechanics, all set in a semi-open world, and the game is being developed by the studio Rogue Factor.
Mother said I couldn't play outside anymore. Mother always said monsters didn't exist. I thought they lived under my bed. We were both wrong.
Explore this dark, mysterious, and dangerous place seeking answers for your questions, all with a fast and dynamic melee combat, fighting against strange sorts of creatures with unique visuals. That's the type of game that I really get excited about, but to see if it's as good as it looks, we'll need to wait until September 4, 2025, and the game is coming out to PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Atomfall is a first-person survival game with a unique style. The game is being developed by Rebellion Developments, the same studio of Sniper Elite series. Atomfall is set after a nuclear disaster, so you must survive in a destroyed world, exploring, crafting, scavenging, and facing all types of enemies, since humans, to different types of creatures or even machines. For me, what catches my eye in the gameplays was the scenarios, with impressive caves of even overgrown areas. What looks so impressive? But to play it we'll need to wait until March 27, 2025. And it's coming out to PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Microsoft Windows, and Xbox Series X and S. Elden Ring Nightrein is a new game set in the universe of Elden Ring. It's not a sequel, and it's not a DLC, but a game with classic and new Elden Ring stuff, and there will also be things from other games, like bosses, so it looks really fun. It's going to be set in a sort of roguelike system, with some features of a battle royale even, but only against normal enemies, not players, but you'll be able to play with your friends in a co-op adventure. The game is being developed by From Software, and experience is going to be similar in the gameplay with the original Elden Ring, but the structure will be totally different. If you like the gameplay of Elden Ring and wanted to play more with you friends, I think you'll like it, but it won't please all fans of Elden Ring in my opinion. But will be interesting to see things from other games and also new things in this new Elden Ring. It's coming out in May 30th, 2025 to PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and Windows.
Little pillager, bent on sacking the lands of gold, I will swat away any and all.
All I have ever known in my life, I will end. Name of unification.
You are still a frog in a well, who knows nothing of the sea. The oceans.
Assassin's Creed Shadows is the first game of the series that will be set in Japan. We'll be able to explore the areas in two different ways, or better, with two different characters, Naoi and Yasuke, which one of them with different mechanics and possibilities, which will make the gameplay of each one really unique, and the game is being developed by Ubisoft. This is going to be a RPG Assassin's Creed, in the style of the last ones, with a lot of possibilities, weapons, quests and side quests, so it'll be massive, and the game is coming out in March 20th, 2025, to Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and Windows.
We must learn to trust. Rebuild.
Arrakis is a test. Survive it.
Dune Awakening is a new upcoming MMORPG, and as you imagine, it's going to be set in the universe of Dune, a universe rich with lore and possibilities, and the game is being developed by the studio Funcom and promises to be a huge and immersive game for the people that loves MMORPGs, or even those that loves the universe of Dune. Rise from survival to greatness and challenge the power of an Imperium in Dune Awakening, a multiplayer survival game on a massive scale. Survive the Sandworm, craft your ornithopter, build a fortress, and ascend to power on an open world Arrakis shared with hundreds of other players, all that playing alone or with your friends. So if you like the idea, know that it's coming out in May 20th, 2025, at least the first version, and it's coming out to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Microsoft Windows. The first Berserker, Khazan, is another fast-paced action RPG game, also with a Souls-like approach. The game is being developed by the studio Nipple, and looks insane. The gameplay will be fast and brutal, and you'll face different types of enemies, humans, or creatures, and also those insane bosses that we see in other Souls-like games. But be aware, cause it looks very hard. For the lovers of action RPG games, know that it's coming out in March 27, 2025, to PlayStation 5, PC, and Xbox Series X and S. Borderlands 4 is the new adventure of the most acclaimed looter shooter series. And yes, it's a looter shooter, but with some RPG mechanics too, and it's being developed by Gearbox Software. If you've ever played some game of the series, you know how it works. It's a fun and unique FPS experience, with quirky characters and a very fun progression, especially if you play with some friend. This promises to be the greatest Borderland experience, and is coming out in September 23, 2025, to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Microsoft Windows.
Colonel, tighten the security on this place. He's coming here, I'm sure of it.
Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is the remake of one of the most acclaimed Metal Gear's games. The remake is being developed by Konami, and if they make a remake as good as Silent Hill 2 remake, it'll be insane. If you never played Metal Gear before, know that it's a stealth game. But not just this, it's a very original and unique game with a crazy plot and mechanics of the original game nobody even believed was possible when the game was released.
We are the sons of the boss!
I see it! The fear!
A great and terrible fury at being alive. And you are one of them.
But we'll need to wait to see if the remake will really be good. But let's hope it is. And the game is coming out in August 28, 2025 for Xbox Series X and S, PS5 and PC.
Still America can do to stop us. I'm not finished yet.
Do you mean we're the only ones left?
Clair Obscur. Expedition 33 is a new turn-based RPG with real-time mechanics and realistic graphics, and is being developed by Sandfall Interactive. Lead the members of Expedition 33 on their quest to destroy the Paintress, so that she can never paint death again. The game features impressive visuals, since the enemies, visual effects, and mainly the scenarios, all that looks really good. This is easily one of the most beautiful turn-based RPG I've ever seen, and it looks really promising in my opinion, so I'm looking forward to play it. It'll be released in April 24th, 2025, and it's coming out to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Microsoft Windows.
To what do we owe the pleasure of your company? I just need a foot. Aha!
You can turn into a Nevron.
Who's ready for a bit of fun then?
Killing Floor 3 is an insane co-op FPS game. The series is known for being an extremely fun and brutal FPS series, and the game is being developed by the studio Tripwire Interactive, and looks very fun. It's 2091, and Megacorp Horzine has produced the ultimate army, an obedient horde of bioengineered monsters called Zeds. And now you gotta join the resistance, alone, or with your friends to defend the future of mankind. The game promises to be as brutal as never, with horrifying beings and a lot of possibilities, since weapons to gadgets, and much more. And the game is coming out to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Windows, in March 25th, 2025. 33 Immortals is a new roguelike game that looks really interesting. The name even tells you how many people can play together. And yes, 33 people playing in a single run. What's really insane? The game is being developed by the studio Thunder Lotus Games, and the early access is coming out in March 18, 2025 to Xbox Series X and S, and Windows. Play as a damned soul and rebel against God's final judgment. Pick up and attack, cooperate to survive hordes of monsters, defeat huge bosses and face the wrath of God in a fight for your eternal life. So if you're a fan of roguelike games, this is a good one to take a look. Tony Hawk 3 Plus 4 will be the remaster of the classic and beloved original games. The remaster of 1 and 2 was released already, and now we'll have the remastered version of these two other games from this awesome series. The remaster is being developed by the studio Iron Galaxy Studios and is coming out still in 2025, July 11, 2025, and it'll be available on Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4 and 5, Nintendo Switch, and Windows, and it'll be available day one on Xbox Game Pass. The series is especially known for being an insane arcade skate experience with insane tricks and maneuvers, awesome soundtracks, and a fluid gameplay style, so I'm really looking forward to play this game.
anything like you have. She'll keep fighting till we find her.
I hope so. It's just hard to believe this is all real.
Oh, you're lucky I come along.
What?
Shh. That's two-toed.
After I got you out of that tree, you said you helped me find my mama.
I ain't have the disposition to be gator snacks.
South of Midnight is an upcoming action-adventure game with a combat similar to a hack-and-slash game. It's being developed by the studio Compulsion Games, an Xbox Games studio, and it's coming out in April 8, 2025 to Xbox Series X and S, and Windows. Explore the mythos and confront mysterious creatures of the Deep South in this modern folktale while learning to weave an ancient power to surmount obstacles and unravel your family's hidden past. The game is set in stylish and different graphic style, with a fast and fluid gameplay since the exploration to the combat itself, which you'll face different enemies through the game, since normal foes to different boss fights.
There it is. Now to get over there.
So let me explain the situation. One of our contractors, Edwin Murray, has gone missing, leaving our property abandoned in his warehouse.
Five Nights at Freddy's: Secret of the Mimic is the new game of the beloved series. It's being developed by the studio Steelwool Games, and for the fans of the franchise you can expect an immersive and charismatic game. It's not an adult horror game, but a fun childish horror game with fun mechanics and nice jump scares.
That you could sustain significant injuries while attempting to retrieve it, including but not limited to death or dismemberment. We fully expect the retrieval process to go smoothly.
In the game, you be in the abandoned workshop of a manor, and there you must survive the living puppets and solve the mysteries of what happened there, set in a first-person camera. And a lot of features if you like it. It's coming out in June 13th, 2025, and so far PlayStation 5 is the only confirmed, but it's surely coming out to other platforms too.
Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person. Thank you for being a valued member of the Fazbear team.
Listen to me, Burnt One. If you're intending to walk the midnight walk, you better be sure to keep...
While I was in the black, and on you go, like a moth into the burning light. I had a dream. There was a monster in the woods.
The Midnight Walk is a game that when I saw, I got absolutely impressed. The game will be all set in a fantasy world, filled with all types of horror, all that made with clay, and animated in a stop-motion style. The game is being developed by Moonhood, and look at these visuals bro, it's amazing. The environments and all creatures of the game looks absolutely awesome, and the game is from the same creators of Lost and Random, so I expect a very original and unique game. The game will also be a VR game, but you can play without a VR system, and it'll be coming out in May 8th, 2025, to PlayStation 5 and Windows.
The sun away. Little soul, you charming one and a small flame.
That's it guys, hope you enjoyed. Subscribe and leave you like to support the channel. Thank you, and so long.